up on me or what? Okay. Okay. I don't know what's going on. Y'all, I've been having too much technical difficulties this weekend, but it's all good. It's all good. What's up, page turners? Welcome to Writers with Purpose. I'm your host, Melvese from Written Words Publishing. At Written Words Publishing, we envision a world where everybody, every storyteller, regardless of their background, has the opportunity to share their voice, shape narratives, and impact the world through the written word. Okay. All right, page turners, if you value powerful storytelling, which I know you do, otherwise you would not be here, go ahead and share this video, like this video, follow this video, subscribe to this channel, wherever you're watching, wherever you're listening. Somebody is going to get something out of what we got to say today. We always have magnificent authors who come with magnificent books and magnificent stories to tell, okay? And today's guest brings us a powerful and deep personal collection titled Still I Bloom, Poems of Becoming, Breaking, and Blooming. Okay. This book takes you on a raw journey through pain, healing, and self discovery, reminding every reader that even after life tries to bury you, you still have the power to rise, heal, and bloom again. Okay. So let's bring our guest, Deborah Jefferson, to the stage with us today. How are you doing today, Deborah?
Um, oh, I got an applause. I'm
Oh my
doing
goodness.
real. Yeah, it make me feel special.
You can thank producer for that because I was not even thinking about applause. And he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna play the applause when you bring the author on the stage." I said, "Okay, well, let's do it and see how it go." All right, producer, that was a good idea. Maybe I'll put a bonus on your check this week.
Right. Thank you, producer. Thank you,
All
thank you,
right.
thank
Well,
you.
tell us something about yourself, Deborah.
Yes, like you said, I'm an author. I have a few collections of poetry. Still I Bloom is my latest one. And I write about life and relationships, but just life in general, the things we go to. Our lives they revolve around relationships. So that's life. So that's what I write about. And I'm gonna continue just writing and healing through writing. Yes.
I can hear that. I can hear that. Well,
Mhm.
what was your purpose for putting together the collection of Still I Bloom?
I bloom. I'm still blooming. I'm growing. I've been through a lot. My previous books, I wrote about things in those books, but so I came out of my. I was share my latest book. My last book before this one was A Rose Wrapped in Thorns. It was a memoir of a toxic relationship that I got in and got out of. And so this book, Still I Bloom, was me coming out of that, rising from the ashes, so to speak, coming through the cracks, and just blooming again.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm.
Hmm.
Yes, yes. Okay. Well, what do you feel like was buried that made you want to tell the whole world that you are blooming again?
Just to reclaim me. I was just coming into myself. I got divorced in my 40s, so that relationship was Still I Bloom, I got in right after the divorce. So, and I wasn't myself then, so I had to let myself know and the world know that I'm here, I'm still blooming, I'm still growing, I'm still fighting, I'm still living. So that's where that came from. But just had to let them know, like T.I. said, you gotta let them know.
You gotta let him know. Yeah, he thought,
Yeah.
and then he thought he had me, but no, he did not get me.
Exactly. Thank you. Not today, Satan. Exactly.
Not today, not tomorrow, not next week, neither.
Right. Thank you. Thank
That's
you.
cool. That's cool. Well, was there any of the pieces in your book that was hard to write, or that you had to really think twice about? Do I want the whole world to read this?
Hmm. Actually, no. With my poetry, that's how I heal. So whatever I'm feeling at the moment, that's what I write about. So it's actually therapeutic for me to actually write exactly what I'm feeling, regardless of what the world is gonna say. And then with poetry, I like to say I hide behind my poetry because poetry is in metaphors, innuendos, and all the things. So you're not actually writing out exactly what happened or exactly what you went through. So that's the easier way for me to just express it and heal from it. Yeah.
I hear you. I hear
Mhm.
you. So do you believe that others reading your poems, experiencing or seeing, what you went through or how you bloomed after your traumatic experience or your toxic relationships, that they would be able to get something out of it, or perhaps even like see themselves or see a way to bloom also?
Yes, that's a good question. And I've actually had several pieces of feedback from individuals that have read a lot of the poems in there, and either they're saying, "Oh, girl, I felt that," I felt exactly
Mm,
what you said in that poem, like one of them, Superpower. But and then they, some of the poems I write, like I say, I write about what happened to me is not what happened in the relationships, but what happened to me coming out of them. The things that I was going through, in the different time periods in the collection. I wrote about that, and they can relate. It's like, okay, yeah, I understand that. I felt that. Okay, yeah, I see. So yeah, they definitely are relating to it, and that's all I wanted. you know.
I can hear you. All right, do us a favor and read us one of them poems that somebody felt. Let us feel it right now.
I sure will. This is one of the favorites from some of my TikTok family actually too. But this one is called Superpower. It says silence is her superpower, being strong enough to devour everything that surrounds her. A force so powerful it becomes influential, better yet consequential. It overpowers her like a strong tower, getting stronger by the hour. Silence is her superpower, a beacon of light from the watchtower, shining in the dark hour. In the quiet of the night, she decides to invite her friend contrite. She is consumed with having to exclude herself from doom. Silence is her superpower. It can be a peculiar power, even undisputed power. She has been through the fire. While it doesn't define her, in some ways it guides her down different pathways. We were taught to look both ways, but in the silence, look towards the flames. Silence is her superpower, being strong enough to devour everything that surrounds her. And
Mm,
thank
mm. All right, y'all. Let's get a clap for that one right there. Where you at, producer? That's worth a clap right there.
you. Yes. Come on, producer.
There you go. There you go.
All right. Thank y'all, audience. Thank y'all.
Yes, that is great. And silence is definitely a superpower. A lot of people don't realize that you can actually learn more
Mhm.
and observe more when you keep your mouth closed. There's a reason why God gave us two ears and one
Right. Thank
mouth.
you. Exactly. Zip it
Yeah.
up. Zip it up. I've learned too that because I used to be one that, I didn't give people the silent treatment, or I've been given the silent treatment before and I know how that feels. So I had to learn, like, hey, just be silent. That's the worst thing that you can do to them, be silent because they don't know what's going on. They know they done something, but it's over. Finito is done.
That
Yeah.
that's true too, because when you're having an argument with somebody, first of all, you whatever their opinion is, whatever their view is, that's their opinion, that's their view. It's not too much that you
Hmm.
say or do that's going to sway that, especially not in like the heat of the moment. Okay,
Right.
you would have more impact if you just shut up. Just shut up. Don't say
Exactly.
nothing. Then they don't have nothing to come
Mhm.
back at you with. Then they're the ones that's wondering what's going on because they don't know why
Mhm.
you silent all of a sudden. Silent people are the ones that you really need to be, looking out
As
for.
they say, the quiet one. They say them quiet us quiet ones.
That's quiet ones. That's
That's what
right.
they say. Us quiet ones. I'ma own that. Us quiet ones. They say,
Uh,
all right now, you know.
that one in the back in the corner over there, that's just watching everything. Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
That's the
watch
one
it
you need to
right.
be aware of.
Back there in that corner, just sitting there looking. I ain't got to do all the
Awesome.
talking. I'm just sitting there looking, watching.
Awesome. Well. When the page turners, our lovely readers, the page turners, our lovely writers, because writers, we have to read too. What
That's
what
right.
what is one truth from your book that they're going to carry away with them after they close that, they turn that last page.
One truth that they're gonna feel. I think one truth is they're gonna gain their strength, and that's a truth or false because some people don't have the strength. So yeah, they're gonna gain their strength after they finish that last poem. They're gonna say, "Oh wow, well yeah, I'm in this situation. I done been through this, but it's not the end. Like I can bloom too. I can rise out of this. I can grow, continue growing, and put all that behind me. Back there. So yeah, that's a good a truth that they should get from reading the book.
That would work. And do you think that men would enjoy the poems as well as women?
I do believe so because I've had men to read my other works of poetry as well and still relate to it, even though I'm writing from a woman's point of view. Because you got to think about it, men and women as two parts, so we all need to be able to understand one another as well. We all have feelings. So yeah, I've had good feedback for men with several of my poems. So yes.
That's good. Well, what
Mhm.
type of advice would you give for some other poets out there who just have a whole notebook full of all these wonderful poems, but they're scared to share them with the world? What advice do you have for those poets out there who don't
I
want to
hate
bloom?
right. I hate to be like Nike, but just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just get up there on some whoever stage and just do it, or on your on here on the computer, on the screen virtual. Just do it. Write your book. It's so easy now to publish, and so much help out there to get you published and everything. Just do it. What are you waiting for? What are you scared of? It's your work. It's valuable. Believe in yourself. Just do it.
Just
Yeah.
do it. Just do it.
Mhm.
Yes. And don't be worried about what other people are going to say or what other people are going
Exactly.
to think. Or, oh, nobody's going to want to read this. Oh, nobody's
Mhm.
going to like this. First of all, you got to remember that you cannot please everybody. So don't ever try. Then you
Right.
also got to remember that it will end up in the hands of the people that is intended to read it.
That's
If it
right.
starts with
Exactly. It's
one
going to get
man,
to them.
it's
Yeah.
going to get to them. It's going to get to
Exactly.
them. Yes, yes,
Mhm.
yes. So tell
Yeah.
us about some of the other things you're going on. I know that what is this going to be like the third year for your
Ye
conference? Tell
Yes,
us
ma'am,
all
it
about
is.
that.
Yes, we're having our third annual Our Words Matter Author Expo. I shortened the name a little bit, has some other names in there, but this is our third year coming in November. We have primarily Black authors, but we also have Caucasian authors as well, but primarily African American authors come and showcase their work. You can get a chance to meet the authors, talk to them. This year we've added a poetry session as well as a panel for the writer, a few of the writers to be able to where you can sit and ask them questions, on stage. We got that going this year. So that all is new. But again, all the authors will have their books at their tables. We'll have a few food vendors, some community vendors, and things like that, just to give it a wide variety of vendors. And we have vendors. We're in the CSRA region of the Georgia, South Carolina area, and I'm on the South Carolina side, of course. But we have authors mainly from the CSRA, but we have authors coming from Columbia, South Carolina area, Lake City, South Carolina, Texas. Come in was in the building last year. Arkansas. Latoya Jeter, author Latoya Jeter, she came last year from Arkansas. We have Arkansas authors here in Georgia and South Carolina. This year we have one coming from Seattle, Washington.
Mm,
Yes,
wow.
so it's gonna be amazing. Yes, it is. I'm excited. I am.
That is like a marvelous feat. I was sitting here thinking about that yesterday, and I said, "Gosh, like putting together a conference, like I couldn't even imagine. I couldn't even. What made you go ahead and take that bold step? What made you decide to
Yeah.
start it in the first place?
Well, actually, I don't know if you remember, it was a few years ago. It was a school in Miami, and one of my cousins, she knew I was an author, so she sent me the article on Facebook actually, and for me to look at. And it was a school in Miami. They were on the news, and the school sent home a permission slip for the kids to have their parents sign so they could read a book specifically by an African American author. And I was like, that just did not sit right with me. I'm like, this day and age, we're in the this century with the 2020s, and I'm like, I'm a mother, I'm a grandmother, I have like this isn't right. If the books are not vulgar or anything like that. So if that's the only reason that they had to sign a permission slip, So after hearing that, I was like, okay, Lord, yes, I'm an author, I write my books, but what else can I do? What else can I do? And he gave me that idea, and I started doing my research to make sure there weren't any other ones going on in the area. And then at that time, I think the only one that might have been going, I think the library tried to do something, but it was mostly for like comic book authors, children's books or something like that. Um, Other than that, there was nothing in the area like this on this side, on either side of the river, which, like I said, we're separated by the Savannah River with Georgia and South Carolina, but nothing like that was going on during a few years ago here. So I was like, okay. And like I said, I prayed about it. He led me to it, and we came up with a name, and and I stepped out on faith, put it out there. I put the deposit down on the building out my own money, before I even had, secured vendors. I was like, okay, all right, Lord, I stepped out on faith, and it's continuing to grow. And I'm just like, I'm still amazed, like it's really happening. You know?
That's awesome.
Yes,
That's
yes.
awesome. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, if God downloads something in your mind, what else can you do but take action and watch it bloom? That's basically all you can do. Because I believe that if he gave you the idea, he's gonna give you the plan, and he's is gonna make
Mhm.
sure that everything comes to fruition. So why
Right.
not? Why let that door slam right in front of your face when you have the opportunity to walk right through it? You know?
Exactly.
Yes, and that's
Yeah.
very good because literary events. I'm glad that you really put some thought into. There's nothing in this area for the
Mhm.
authors because
Right.
literary events are a great way to go and network with other authors, meet the
Mhm.
readers. Get an email
Right.
list started.
Right.
Make those hand-to-hand sales, which are the most
Exactly.
lucrative for an author because that totally 100% cuts out the middleman. Okay.
Right. Exactly.
Yes, yes, yes. And if you can
Yeah.
find a event that's in your area where you can get there, by car, where you could put all your
Right.
stuff in your trunk, that helps to reduce
Exactly.
expenses. You might not have to pay for a hotel. You won't have to pay for shipping. I mean, it's really,
Right.
really a good idea to find events locally, within a certain
Mhm.
mile radius that you can get to
Right.
easily and affordably. So yes,
Exactly.
yes, yes. So you
Keywords.
all you all check out what is it? Our Words Matter.
Yes, our words matter, author
Yes.
expo. Mhm.
Yes, if you go to writtenwordspublishing.com/events, there's actually a calendar of literary events that are taking place all over the country all year long. So I would advise you to go and check it out. That calendar is updated on a regular basis. It
Mhm.
displays 100 events at a time, and every
Oh,
week
wow.
if you come back to the website, you're going to see a new event. Okay.
Okay, all
So,
right. 'Cause I've been checking it too.
yes,
Okay.
definitely check it out. I actually have a whole bunch of events that need to be updated within the next few
Mhm.
days or so. So yes, yes, there's
Okay.
always something going on. And then another thing you can do to help minimize expenses: partner up with somebody, get another author to
Right.
come because you can't go by yourself anyway. What if you gotta go to the
Mhm.
bathroom? What are you gonna do?
Right.
You got a
I can
table.
watch my table. Yes.
I mean, flying solo
Mhm.
to a literary event as a vendor is not a good idea.
Right. It's
So
not, it's
it's
not.
always great, yeah, partner up with somebody. So that's
Right.
awesome. I'm glad that you took on that endeavor. And then you also have your podcast, right? Tell us about that.
Right. Yes, I do. I have my podcast. My main channel is Harabed's Thoughts, but I have different segments of it. So I do have an author segment for my say my authors, where I have the authors on there for oh thank you. I have my authors on there. I do a 30-minute spotlight, and all the information you can send me a message on my website and I could get you the link to register. We have that, and we have the showcases that we do. You get like a 7 to 10 minute spot on the showcase. We do that once a month on the third Saturday of the month, the Arbors Matter Showcase. And so that's another opportunity that I have as well. So yeah, I'm trying to, really help promote my fellow authors, because especially indie authors, because we need that support. We need to, help one another get the word out, get our work out there in the hands of new readers. But
Hmm.
yeah.
That's right.
Hmm.
That's right. And word of mouth is the best form of advertisement. And
Yeah.
we know that the market is saturated right now. But even in this saturated
Mhm.
market, there are some very good writers out there who have produced some excellent material. So you might have to, you know, rummage through the bushes, but eventually you're gonna find that rose. Okay,
That's
okay.
right, exactly. You're gonna find that rose coming up through the cracks.
That's right. That's right. Just
That's
like your
right.
cover right here. Tell us,
That's
tell us
right.
where we could go and purchase Still Our Bloom.
Yes. Well, Still I Bloom is available on Amazon. Thank you for putting my link up there, so you can go, and it's available in paperback or in Kindle. And if you catch me out and about, in person, I of course have some autographed copies for you there as well. So yeah, it's right there for you, and whether you choose paperback or Kindle.
Yes, yes. So
Mhm.
one more quick tip for all you authors out there before we go. Always have copies of your book stashed in your
Mhm.
purse, in your trunk, in your back seat, in your
Yeah.
desk, wherever you are. You never know when you're
Mhm.
gonna run into someone and the door will open and you'll have the opportunity to mention your book. You don't want to have to tell them,
Mhm.
yeah, but you can go here and buy it. Nah,
Right.
pull that joker out your back pocket. Here, go right here.
Exactly. Yes. Keep
You
one
can
in the
cash
glove
that.
compartment.
You can tell me. You can PayPal me. You can give me the cash right now. However you want to do
Right. Cash out, Venmo, all of it.
Venmo, all that time, whatever you want to.
Right.
Okay. Be ready. Be ready. Be always be
Mhm.
ready. The last thing
That's
that you
right.
want to do is miss out on a sale simply
Mhm.
because you left your books at home. Okay.
Right. Exactly.
All right. Is there anything else that you would like to tell our page turners? I ain't even calling y'all audience no more. Y'all are not an audience. Y'all are page turners. Okay. Is there
Right. That's
anything
right.
else that you would like to say to our page turners today?
All right. Well, I would like to tell our page turners, thank you all so much for your love and attention. And I hope that you all will get your copy of Still I Bloom and read it, and just and let me know. Give me feedback. My website emails all inside the book as well. You can leave an Amazon review to let me know how you like the book. And actually that book has been on the Amazon bestseller list for a while too. So it's obviously a good book, right? But yeah,
Yes.
page turners, like, look, yes, just reach out. You can reach out to me on my website, on my YouTube. Show your support and say, hey, I talk back. So, you know, but thank you
Yes.
so much for yes,
You
yes.
are very welcome. Oh, look, we got some views here. I just got to put this up because I just love that
Hey,
emoji there. Yes.
that's
Thank
one
you.
of my
Thank you.
YouTubers. That's one of my
All right.
YouTubers. How you
Awesome.
doing,
Well,
Laura?
thank you for watching it. Thank you for watching it. Well, you here with us, so you a page turner too. Okay.
That's right. That is
All right.
right.
Yes, and then as far as reviews goes, if you are unable to leave a review on Amazon because of their restrictions, that is not the only
Hmm.
place that you can leave a review. You can leave a review on Goodreads.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. I'm on
Yes.
Goodreads too as well. I
Yes,
am.
yes.
Mhm.
All the books that are in, if they're on a retailer's website, they should
Mhm.
be on. You should be able
Oh,
to leave a review on Goodreads. And sometimes, if I'm
okay,
not
good.
mistaken, Amazon owns Goodreads now. So
Okay,
sometimes,
wow.
yeah, yeah, they. Anyway, um,
Right.
bottom line is y'all turn those pages, and after you
Turn
finish
those
turning the
pages.
last page, just type a little note to let the author know, how much you enjoy it or not. Therefore, so the other readers can check it out too. Okay. All
That's
right.
right. That is right.
Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you, all the page turners. Not even call y'all everybody no more. No audience, no y'all, no everybody. Thank you, page turners, for watching the show today. And we're going to see you on the next episode of Writers with Purpose. Y'all have a blessed day.
Have a blessed day, everyone.